The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Lewis stood at the human delegation podium, a peculiar smile playing at the corners of his mouth. Across the circular assembly hall, the Catharan Emperor, a towering creature of chitinous plates and 6 segmented eyes, had just delivered what was meant to be the most devastating ultimatum in recorded galactic history. Your species will submit to imperial rule within 48 standard hours, or face total annihilation. The Emperor's translator device crackled, his mandibles clicking with what the humans had learned was satisfaction. We have conquered 417 worlds. Your Earth will be 418. Lewis glanced at Anna, his deputy ambassador, who sat calmly reviewing her datapad. She didn't even look up. That was when Lewis did something that shocked every alien representative in the chamber. He laughed. It wasn't a nervous laugh or a diplomatic chuckle. It was genuine, deep belly laughter that echoed off the crystalline walls of the council chamber. Several delegates from aquatic worlds bubbled in confusion. The insectoid Velcar representative's antennae twitched with uncertainty. Ambassador Lewis, the council arbiter, a floating gas being named Thessalon, pulsed with concerned colors. Do you comprehend the gravity of the Emperor's declaration? The Catharan Imperium has never been defeated in battle. Their military— Lewis held up one hand, still chuckling, and reached into his leather briefcase with the other. The Catharan honor guard tensed, their plasma weapons humming to life. But Lewis merely pulled out something that made the entire chamber pause in bewilderment. It was a newspaper. An actual physical printed newspaper. Does anyone here know what this is? Lewis asked, holding up the yellowed pages. Silence. This, Lewis said, his voice now carrying an edge that cut through the confusion, is a copy of the New York Times from August 6, 1945. Anna, would you care to read the headline? Anna stood, her expression serene as she took the fragile newspaper. Her voice was clear and measured. Atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, new weapon of tremendous power. Japanese city devastated. Victory may be near. That's lovely, but irrelevant, the Emperor began. Oh, I'm not finished, Lewis interrupted, pulling out another newspaper. This is from July 21, 1969. Men walk on moon. We put humans on another celestial body using computers less powerful than the device your translator is wearing. He pulled out another. September 12, 2001, the day after terrorists attacked our largest city. We didn't surrender. We didn't bow. We rebuilt. Another newspaper. December 25, 2157. First human colony on Proxima Centauri B celebrates Christmas. That's when we left our solar system for good. The Catharan Emperor's segmented eyes narrowed. Ancient history. We have antimatter weapons that can crack planets. We cracked our own planet! Lewis's voice boomed. Multiple times. We split the atom and made weapons so terrible that we almost destroyed ourselves. And then we chose not to use them again. Do you understand what that means? We mastered extinction-level technology and decided to be better than it. Anna stepped forward, her tablet now projecting holographic images above the chamber floor. Your Imperium has conquered 417 worlds. Impressive. But those worlds, every single one, surrendered after orbital bombardment. Your strategy is overwhelming force followed by submission. Because it works, the Emperor hissed, against species who evolved on peaceful worlds, Lewis countered. The Velcar never knew predators. The Thessalons evolved in stable nebulas. The Quarian developed on a paradise moon. But Earth? He paused, looking around the chamber. Earth tried to kill us every single day. The hologram shifted, showing Earth's history in rapid succession. Ice ages, volcanic eruptions, asteroid impacts, predators with fangs and claws, diseases that killed millions, storms that leveled cities. We didn't evolve in paradise, Anna said softly. We evolved in hell. Our planet had megafauna that hunted us, diseases that culled us, weather patterns that starved us. And we survived all of it, not by being the strongest or the fastest, but by being the most stubborn and adaptable species our world ever produced. Lewis pulled out more newspapers, letting them cascade onto the podium. Black Death killed a third of Europe. We survived. Spanish flu, 50 million dead. We survived. 2 world wars, hundreds of millions dead. We survived. Climate collapse, billions displaced. We survived. First contact war with the Proxima settlers, we survived by making peace with ourselves. This proves nothing. The Emperor rose to his full 3-meter height. You think your history of suffering makes you warriors? We have professional soldiers bred for combat across 17 generations. And we have accountants who study military history as a hobby, Lewis said dryly. We have teachers who keep go bags in case of disaster. We have children who play games simulating survival scenarios for fun. Every human, whether they realize it or not, carries the genetic memory of 10,000 years of barely surviving. You're not declaring war on an army, Your Majesty. You're declaring war on a species that turned survival into an art form. Anna's hologram changed again, now showing human colony worlds. We've been in space for less than 200 years, and we've already established settlements on 47 worlds. Not through conquest, through sheer determination to spread out so that nothing can ever extinct us again. We're redundant by design. 47 worlds, Lewis repeated, and every single one is prepared for exactly this moment. Because here's what you don't understand about humanity. We never forget the lessons of history. Those newspapers aren't just paper, they're reminders. We remember every time we almost died. We remember every time we had to fight for our existence. He leaned forward on the podium, his expression hardening. So yes, bring your 417 conquered worlds. Bring your antimatter weapons. Bring your honor guards and your professional soldiers. But understand this. You'll be fighting a species that mastered nuclear fission before we had a unified world government. A species that went to the moon in a tin can with less computing power than a children's toy. A species that has looked extinction in the face so many times that we've stopped blinking. The Emperor's mandibles clicked uncertainly for the first time. Here's my counter-proposal, Lewis said, gathering his newspapers. You leave human space alone. In exchange, we won't show you what 10,000 years of survival instinct looks like when it's angry. Because I promise you, Your Majesty, you really don't want to see humans at war. Anna closed her tablet. We've survived our own worst impulses. Surviving yours will be educational. The silence that followed was absolute. The Catharan Emperor looked around the chamber, seeing for the first time the uncertainty in the eyes of the other conquered species. They were wondering, what kind of species laughs at a declaration of war? Finally, the Emperor spoke, his voice lacking its earlier confidence. The Imperium will reconsider its position. Lewis smiled and picked up his briefcase. Excellent choice, Your Majesty. Anna, I believe our work here is done. As the two humans walked out of the council chamber, Anna whispered, You know they'll study us now. Try to understand what makes us different. Lewis chuckled, patting his briefcase full of newspapers. Let them study. Maybe they'll learn the most important lesson. Never threaten a species that collected its own apocalypses as souvenirs. Behind them, the Galactic Council erupted into chaos, but the humans didn't look back. They had made their point. Humanity wasn't just another species to be conquered. They were the species that conquered death itself, one stubborn day at a time.